In conversation with Alicia A. Reid. Alicia Reid has 17 plus years experience in the healthcare field, specializing in dementia care. During the years, she has worked in memory care unit and state facilities, Respite caregivers, Hospice caregivers, and as a self-employed caregiver. She has consulted families that needed one-on-one guidance and training in dementia care and has written content for companies that hired her for their employees to learn the steps to improvement in the field of dementia care. God has opened doors for Alicia to share experience through writing with her first book, Health and Awareness, Tip for Caregivers, in June 2020. A second book entitled Caregiver's Guide, Alzheimer's and Dementia was published shortly after in July 2020. In September of 2021, she published About Healing for Your Mind. Then in March 2023, she wrote Word Search Puzzle Book and Mandela Coloring Book. Alicia will be releasing a new book entitled Shattered Illusions, A Dementia Journey in mid-April 2024. And on today's episode of Auto Interview, it's my utmost pleasure and joy to have on the show today, Alicia Reid. How are you doing, Alicia?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's exciting actually to have you on the show today, and you have such an amazing and lovely bio.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Alicia, I'd first love to say that I admire and commend your amazing bodies of work. And I would like us to start, with your upcoming title in the name of Unlocking Joyful Moments, Empowering Caregivers and Enhancing Lives in Dementia Care. Could you tell us briefly how this book came about?
Well, this book came about because I was inspired to empower caregivers and to encourage them to unlock joyful moments.
Yeah.
And in caregiving, just don't hold on to the tough days. And so I dedicated this book to all the caregivers whose unflinching, adored kindness and flexibility light the way for those living with dementia.
Oh.
I tell them that their commitment and their energetic endeavors motivate us all to open blissful moments and enhance the lives of those in your care. I let them know that their heart and their soul of dementia care is very important. And this book is committed to their boundless devotion and the excellent minutes that they make in the field of caregiving.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing, actually. And that's such an amazing mission you've got there. And quite medical as well. Thank you for sharing. Love the sound of it. And now you also have another title in the name of Memories of Surviving, inspirational quotes and poems with 30-day journal. For readers who haven't read it yet, and of course without giving much information away, could we have a sneak of what you'd expect picking up, Memories of Surviving?
I wrote this book to give hope and to inspire those grieving with dementia or caring for someone who has the disease. This book is to help with the thought process and the emotions of a caregiver or a loved one. This book gives hope through the storms of this disease. Wow. We all have someone in our lives, I believe, at some point that has memory loss that we love. So this book is inspired to them. So giving you a sneak peek of this book, I have both books with me. This is Memories of Surviving.
Beautiful. That's a way to position that book when you're using a Zoom cover or Zoom background. You position it this way.
Okay.
You turn it a bit slantly.
Okay. This is the Memories of Surviving. Inspirational quotes with a 30-day journal. So in this book, so this has a 30-day journal. So in this book, you will be gifted with inspirational quotes and poems that will help you in your feelings, your thoughts of frustration journey. Wow. You will be taken on a ride of emotions as you read the book. So you will have emotions as you're going through, but I am with you within my poems, navigating you the journey, your memory journeys that you may have. You may be dealing with someone that has passed away and you're still living with those surviving memories of
Memories.
them,
Yeah.
or the loved one, even if you're in the healthcare field, you may have those still alive and you still have memories of the days when they were thinking well, when their personalities was different. So
Yeah.
these poems help to guide you through that, and you can jot down your thoughts and feelings
Mm.
within a 30 days time to help you get through the journey. So I have two poems in this book that my favorite, and I would like to start off with the first one. Ode to the Mind. Your sunny mind, you inspire me to help you on your dark days. How I love the way spring is near and happy, invading your mind day through night, always dreaming about the large chappy. Let me compare you to a darling mill. You
Mm.
are always glaring, staring, and caring. Big rains flood the great fields. Oh, April and the springtime has the
Oh.
rollers bearing. How do I love you? Let me count the ways I love your bright brain, your heart, and memory. Thinking of your charming heart fills my days. My love for you is sound of my soul. Now I must go. Keep me with you, a surprised heart. Remember my
Mm.
clear words, where lips were apart. That's one of the poems that I really, really love. The other one that I love is called The Same Old Me.
Mm.
Same old me. My mind may have shifted, but I am the same old me. My
Mm.
mind that's slipping doesn't define me. I am who I am. I like what I like. Don't remember me by my thoughts.
Wow.
Remember me by my character, the same old me.
Wow. I love that line. Don't remember me, but my thought. Remember me. Such an amazing one, really. And I love your approach to poetry. I really love your
Thank
approach
you.
to poetry. Sounds quite pulling to me. Thank you for reading.
Thank you.
Lovely
Yes,
recitation indeed. Love it.
thank you.
Yeah. Now, Alicia, I'd like to ask you, why do you write about dementia and brain health? Also, how has your career as a personal care assistant influenced your writing in this genre? Would you love to talk about that?
Yes, I write about dementia, brain health to inform, to educate, to support, and to give caregivers and families a peace of mind.
Now, let's talk about inspiration and ideas, which to me, it's very crucial when it comes to writing any book whatsoever. I'd like to ask you, and I know that you've worked in the healthcare sector, which can be part of your inspiration, but then how do you get the ideas for your works, including poetry and the other ones you've written?
Yes, well, I get my inspiration from the Lord, very spiritual.
Wow.
So the Lord gives me my ideas as well as I get inspired by my clients that I work with and by my students
Yeah.
that is underneath my company, Serenity Alzheimer's and Dementia Training. So with the Lord and with my clients and my students helps me to gain my ideas and with my experience. And so they
Mm,
share experience with me on their journeys, and they may ask me to give guidance and to educate them on
mm.
their issues.
That's lovely. I love your take on that. That's kind of amazing to know. Thank you for sharing. And now, Alicia, apart from the books we've mentioned thus far, you have any other works you've authored or say currently working on?
Well, like the Unlocking Joyful Moments, which you mentioned, this is
Yeah,
the book here that I have, the
beautiful.
Unlocking Joyful Moment, that is out now. So here's the Unlocking Joyful Moment.
This way. Yeah, I can
Mhm.
actually see, I think I can see a picture of two people in the
Yes,
cover, on the
this
cover
is
rather.
Unlocking Joyful. Yeah,
Yeah.
Unlocking Joyful Moments. This is the newest book, and the Shattered Illusions will be available on April the
Wow.
um, 11th. So other writings that I have done, I write for other healthcare companies' blogs or other contents that they need me to
Hmm.
write. So, and also certifications for the healthcare field, I write.
That's lovely, really. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
And
Now,
also, I
Alicia.
do have a brain health book. I have a brain health book and the essential guide memory book that's on my website, but it's
Wow.
just a downloadable copy that's on my website, Serenity Alzheimer's and Dementia Training.com.
Oh, interesting. That's amazing to know, really. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Now, could you tell us what publishing is like for a published author like yourself? Are there any challenges you've encountered in the process of writing your book and also ever since it got published? Would you love to talk about that?
Challenges, I just wish that my promotion would be bigger and my books would be known more worldwide and to gain more reviews as far as the publishing goes, the publishing and the marketing goes.
Mm,
Mhm.
wow, that's lovely. And now, is there anything that you'd love to share with the viewers about your books that we did not mention in this interview and you'd love the viewers to know?
Yes, all of my books, there is an ebook copy that's available to them. And I will
Yeah.
have my first virtual book signing June 21st, 1 to
Oh,
3 p.m. So those who are connected with me will be able to be on a live screen with me on June 21st, 1 to 3 p.m.
wow. That's great. That's an amazing one. And I hope it goes
Yeah,
on successfully.
thank you.
Yeah. Now, as a published author, Alicia, what sort of advice do you have for other writers who are still struggling with publishing a book? What would you advise people in this category?
I will say start off with the free publishing if you're not able to afford. This way, and also to buy your own IBSN if you're able to when you first start off, so that you can sell to all stores. Like the stores could go and get a copy of your book themselves,
Yeah.
versus you having to supply the inventory to the stores and going in for a consignment. Both are still good deals, but it's better to have your own IBS. And I didn't start off that way. I did it the way that I was able to. So you do what you're able to do. But when you're able to buy your own IBSN, you can always go back and change it to your own
Mm,
bought IBSN. Or going forward, once you get your money together, then start buying your own IBSN for your book. So
absolutely.
to make it easy on you, where you don't have to buy the inventory all the time. The bookstores that want your book can just go straight to order your books if they want them in their stores. So that's my advice um on the publishing, to get your books in front of more people.
Mm, that's lovely to know. Thank you for your
Thank you.
advice. And now, Alisa, you've got quite a lot of services out there in authorship. How can you be contacted for your service and authorship? And also, where can readers, interested readers, get a copy of your book?
You can find me on Amazon, as my name is Alicia Ann Reid, ANN, middle name Reid, REID. So you can find me on Amazon, and please follow me there. And so you'll be notified whenever there's a new publication.
Yeah.
Also, you can find my books on my website, Serenity Alzheimer's and Dementia Training.com.
Wow.
And you also can reach me as well on my Facebook page, Serenity Alzheimer's and Dementia Training LLC, and also on YouTube under the same business name.
Interesting, amazing. And I left a link in the description part of this interview where interested viewers can get a copy of Alicia Reid's books directly in Amazon and also another platform. I also left links to a media following for possible followers, which should be fine in on air from English literature. So thank you so much, Alicia, for accepting the invitation to be featured on the show. It's lovely having this conversation with you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine. I love it wholeheartedly. This was fun.